Greetings, Earthlings! My name is Zero Jake and welcome back to Space Engineers. So, after messing around with my welder for the past billion years, because I'm very bad at using the conveyor system that one of the mods have enabled, I've now got it to work when docking, so it'll give me like 3,000 steel plate in each one. So I've welded it up to minimum capable capacity. The fusion reactor itself won't actually get any uranium directly from the ship, but we can deal with that for now. So these two welders are actually pretty good, and I've started by testing really. I've started construction of the bottom of the hangar, and the results are kind of impressive, since I managed to do this bit in about 10 seconds ish. Just let me, I need to get more thrusters. I will work on that, but yeah, we should be able to just weld all of this up until we've run out of stuff. We're gonna hit something. That's fine, we didn't kill it. Yeah, so these large welders, these twin welders, have an excellent range in terms of their welding capabilities, which is going to be very useful if we want to create ships, like small ships, using a blueprint, because then we can use these possibly on a large ship to be able to do it quickly. Considering that we've got around 3,000 and something steel plates currently in stock, I don't know if that's going to be enough for us to weld the rest of this hangar, but it should be decent. So I'm just going to make a few passes of this, possibly sped up, and then I'll be back. Okay, so that's the rest of that welded. I'm just going to dock with the mothership so that I can get rid of all of the remainder welders that we have. So to do that, well, to set up so that the welders have a certain amount, we save the item that we want, we put it priority 1 so that it overrides the storage system, and then set how much we want. But we don't really need to do that anymore, so let's get rid of that then. Right. And so if we dock again, that means all the items that were in it are now going to disappear into the sorting system, which is very nice. And we've got our tiny little stubby lander legs. I'm going to work on getting this guy some more thrusters, because once this guy has, stuff, all we need to do is create the shell of a new ship to build a new ship. If that makes sense. Right, we are engaged, locked. Okay, everything should be out now. Yep, there we go. Everything's off. And disengage lock. Just a bit of a nudge to get us free, and then we're going to move in docking sequence with the hangar. Which it comes in from back, doesn't it? Yeah. So this hangar will allow us to support multiple ships to dock inside the ship itself, and it also allows us to jump with multiple ships as well, instead of just having one attached to a connector, and that's the only one that we're able to use. Now there are some other features I'm going to put in this hangar once I get the welder and miner docked. So let's just get into a suitable position. That's suitable enough. Let's get down, turn off the power. There we go. So you're locked. Let's lock the drill as well, and then I'll show you what I would like to add to this hangar that we've constructed. There we go, landed. Excellent. Okay, so we've got this neat hangar, but you know it's open to the vacuum of space, and also currently I need to fix the artificial gravity so that you have to use a jetpack in here. But yeah, this is open to the vacuum of space, which is not particularly nice. But one thing that we do have is we have these Forcefield Doors. So we just want to see how long this is. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5 blocks long. We're probably going to build it into here. So we need to grind out this. There we go. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to get these doors, and then we want 5, I guess. 5 should be good, and then we want to rotate this block. Why are you not wanting to go in here? Oh, because it's halfway. Okay. We're going to want door 4, aren't we? Let's try door 4. Or alternatively, they need connecting to an actual hard surface, which is not going to be easy to pull off. There we go. Place one there. Can't place one here though. That's annoying. Actually, no, this is in the wrong place. There we go. Okay, so this is the Forcefield door. So I'm gonna weld this up. We're gonna need a bunch of stuff, and then I'll be back. Okay, we're back. Just welding these things up, and then you shall be able to see their majesty once I turn these on. So I'm going to need to access the ship from somewhere nearby. I'm going to get a button panel somewhere along this area so that I can access the ship from here. How much is the control panel? Control panel, what do you require? You require display computer construction component. Okay, let's do that then. Right, so display computer construction component. Very cheap to make. Let's plonk it down here. There we go. Right, so if we land, because we've got artificial gravity here. Right, so what we want to do is we want to access this. We want to change these so that they're the hangar. And then we want to hide these from terminal. So if we select the hangar, we can use closed, and there we... oh, yeah, it's not long enough. Well, I'll get longer ones. I'll install longer ones, but you know what I mean. So basically it creates a huge sheet of blue, which you can see from quite a way ways. Kind of like a hangar should be. You know, like the Star Wars hangars. No, like their force fields. You can't make a kind of spherical force field or anything like that, but you can use them to impede movement, which is basically what it's supposed to do, impede movement. So I'm going to re-weld these, and then I'll be back. Right, there we go. We should have working hangars now. I just, yeah, give me a second. Hangar. There we go, saved. They're not seen in the toolbar, that's nice. And now we have a hangar that we can close the door, and now there's a huge sheet of blue in our faces. Excellent. However, this does mean that if we're outside the ship and this hangar is activated, then pardon me, then we have lost access to the ship entirely. Which, to be honest, is not the best thing in the world. No. So we probably want a way to override it. And also, because if we go on long missions, like far away from the ship, we won't actually be able to see it, and I may actually lose this entire ship because of my ineptitude at finding things. So the next thing that we're going to produce on this ship, now that we've got our hangar done, is this thing called an antenna. And this antenna is basically going to be at the front of the ship, and it's going to look as cool as, you know, daisies or something. So I'm figuring right next to the hyperdrive is possibly a good idea. So place it here so that it comes out across the ship or something. But I need steel plate, which means I'm going to need to steal it from somewhere, or I could just do the proper way of doing it and pick it up myself, which is now what I'm going to do. Steel plate, please. We're running low on it, so I'm going to start some production on some more. Yo, assemblers, get me a ton more steel plate, please, because it's not like we have a ton of the stuff left. Right, so if we place this, looks like a nice spot here, and then it goes out just out of the area of the ship itself. So let's weld that in. Okay, so we're going to need 30 construction component and 60 small steel tubes. And also some large steel tubes as well. We're going to need some radio communication equipment. Oh, I don't think I have that. Let's start constructing some of those then. No, I don't need the lights. Production. I want radio communication equipment. Where's that? No, I don't need that much. Can't really carry much of this radio equipment. It's really annoying. Just 2 more passes and that should be good. Then we need 8 computers. There we go, and we should have our antenna constructed. Look at that thing. Yeah, and it now has a beacon on it. So if I go out, it will tell me how far away I am from the ship and all that lovely business that an antenna would do. So now I'm going to rename the antenna because there's easier ways to do this. Right, let's write ourselves. Let's go here. So we can access the control panel. Antenna. We want you broadcasting as high as far as possible, and we want you to show the ship name. Let's go to info for the ship. What is? Yes, this is the Surveyor Mark 1 is what I decided to call the ship. I think it's still called the Surveyor Mark 1. Yeah, it is. So this is the Surveyor Mark 1. It's Mark 1 of several ships that I may iterate as called the Surveyor. The role of the Surveyor is basically a mobile resource processing center, and I'm probably going to add some sort of massive ore detector that will detect a ton of ores. Let's see that. Let's see if we can find a good ore detector. Space only. I'm thinking that we want to use this if we want to go to kind of planets, because I heard that there was some difficulties with the azimuth ore detector in terms of when you're next to a planet, it will scan everything in the planet and crash, because the planet is so dense, as in it's got a lot of stuff in a small area of space, that it kind of overloads your processors and, you know, bad things happen. I really don't like this. I'm going to redo the edges because I don't like them. There we go. Right, that looks much better, doesn't it? Compared to, you know, the straight edge, which is currently being used. Right, there we go. Much better. Even though it is different than what it should be, because that's going to drive me insane, it's going to be fine, I say. Right, so this is the Surveyor Mark 1. It is kind of nearly complete, except from all the engines that we have. I may add like another kind of wing over here that's different shape, because I like when a ship is asymmetric. But yeah, I think this iteration of the Surveyor Mark 1 is completed finally. So what to do now? Well, there are several things I want to start working on. First of all, we want a scrapper. So you know how we've got a drill ship and a welder ship? Well, I want to build a scrapper ship that can scrap instead of welding, and we have these twin grinders as well. It's basically going to be the same kind of thing, like this. So I'm going to copy and paste what I've already got, metaphorically speaking, and then I'll show you the finished product, because I'm sure you don't want to see me trying to build the exact same thing but with exactly the same errors that I had last time, and messing around and dying a ton of times because I forget that I ran out of oxygen. Yeah, I did that. It was not pretty. But yeah, actually, one final touch. No, that's fine. Yeah, so we've got drill, we've got welder. I'm going to work on a kind of scrapper, kind of grinder ship that will help grind down small and large ships alike. And then once we've done that, we should be good. I'll probably start construction on a new thing. Don't know what that thing is going to be yet, but it's probably going to be a bigger ship than this, because this is what Space Engineers is about: building ships and then building them bigger and better, and, you know, looking better. Because currently this ship is basically a ton of like rectangles strapped together with kind of cool edges. Like this thing has ears. But yeah, that's it. I mean, look how bad my jump drive is. I've just slapped it on the side of the hull. I slapped the hang on the side of the hull. Yeah. But until then, my name has been Zero Jake. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.